The dust has settled on the 2026 cycle, and for the US men's national team, the reality on the pitch looked painfully familiar. For years, the story sold to us was simple. We finally had the European pipeline. With players stacked in elite academies across the Atlantic, an unstoppable American golden generation was supposedly inevitable. So now, casual fans are searching for a scapegoat. They point to a bad bounce, a single tactical error by the manager, or a blown coverage by center back. But individual mistakes do not dictate systemic results. The true issue driving these outcomes is a strict mathematical reality about the American talent pool that most people are completely ignoring. To figure out where the US actually stands on the global stage, we have to mute the emotional media coverage. We need a cold, structural audit of the numbers. The hype usually starts with a very real, surface-level statistic. The United States currently has roughly 30 players active in Europe's Big Five leagues. That absolute number sounds impressive, but to conduct a real audit, we have to adjust for scale. We need to measure Big Five league minutes played per 100,000 registered players. To see what a truly elite developmental nation looks like on a per capita basis, look at Croatia. This chart maps per capita minutes. Croatia holds a massive 30-to-1 advantage in top-tier European minutes over the US. Removing Croatia, we plot nations with similar output, and a mid-tier cluster emerges. Statistically, our peer group consists of Mexico and Turkey. Like Turkey, we are a large, soccer-second nation. Our pipeline is not dense enough to churn out world-class depth at every single position. Operating in this tier is not a failure. But miscategorizing ourselves as an elite powerhouse explains exactly why. We completely lack the deep, resilient talent pool required to survive the grueling schedule of a World Cup. That macro-level lack of depth creates severe structural problems on the pitch. We saw this clearly when Mauricio Pochettino implemented a high-intensity press. This Senegal match heat map illustrates how effectively that system worked initially, with heavy possession and pressing intensity concentrated in the attacking third. But committing that many players forward creates a mathematical vulnerability. Upon losing possession, massive undefended gaps open up defensively. That structural vulnerability is exactly how we conceded 2 transition goals to Senegal, completely neutralizing our dominance in possession. A high-press system is a luxury tactic. It yields consistent rewards only if a nation has the clinical bench depth to instantly recover from physical fatigue and positional mistakes. And as the data just showed us, that is a depth we do not currently possess. So if you are sitting around waiting for the next World Cup cycle, hoping a luckier crop of players will magically solve these issues, you are playing a losing game. The 2026 roster proved that we have the raw capacity to develop individuals who can compete in Europe, but our current volume of production is incredibly inefficient. To actually close the gap, we have to stop relying on vast, unstructured talent pools. We need to build an industrialized, strictly regulated player development pipeline. That requires operating at the scale of the Premier League's Elite Player Performance Plan, a system designed to meticulously track and cultivate youth talent nationwide. Consistent global contenders are built through calculated structural engineering. The idea of a golden generation is just a myth we use to ignore the math. Over the next few years, mainstream coverage will continue to sell you the comfortable emotional narrative that we just need to wait until next time. At Pitch Logic, we bypass the hype. We look at the definitive, objective numbers that dictate exactly what happens on the pitch. If you want the truth behind the scoreline, subscribe. We keep the logic, you keep the game.